Stream is healthy, stream is good. Okay, hello, stream. Doing things online, streaming and stuff. This is new to me. Hello, everyone. It is the Mad Dragon here. We're doing something a little bit new today. I am attempting to do a live stream. This is new. This is something I am not used to doing by any means. So if there are people here, enjoy watching this video, and if people aren't here and I'm just talking to myself, who knows what's going to happen. I thought what we do today is we'll just check out how to live stream, because I haven't got a clue, and we recently got to 1,000 subscribers and it was all new and exciting, and it was going to be a bit of a thank you video to everyone who's joined recently onto the channel. So what I thought we'd do is, if the stream is going to hold up, which it might not do, was going to be to try and see if we could check out some games. I thought we'd check out some Rugby 20 in the background and see if it was going to hold out. I do have an awful lot of warning messages appearing on my end, so that could be a huge issue. But we'll see how we get on. We recommend you have a killer bee right of this. Great, awesome. We'll see how we get on. My internet's normally terrible, so this will probably be awful as we're going, but we'll jump into a game because it's exciting. There'll probably be a bit of delay. Either what we do is we just check on some random games of rugby. If anyone has any sort of questions, you can drop it in the chat. I think chat is live. I'm not really sure. Hopefully it is. If not, we're just going to talk nonsense for a bit. It's not going to be a super long stream. It's probably going to be like half hour or something, because I have no doubt at some point my internet connection will just kick out. So what do we fancy? What teams do we fancy doing? Oh, awesome. There we go. Thank you, David. Thank you for letting me know that we're up and live. It's nice to have some comments. It could go terribly wrong. I'm not going to lie. This is all immensely new stuff to me. I'm gonna try doing some live stuff. We're going to play some games. I don't know who we fancy doing. What teams do we fancy doing? Let's check out a game of rugby. I thought it might be fun for some people to talk about the Lions that's been going on. I thought we might talk about some of the rugby. I thought it'd be a good set for me to learn something like this before we have the days of Rugby 22 coming out relatively soon. So I would like to try and get this all set up and a little bit underway so that we can actually get a little bit used to this. So let's play as a slightly lesser rated team. We'll be Namibia. Why not? We always love a bit of Namibia. Against who are we going to be able to play here? Let's play maybe not Ireland. That might be a bit outside the range. Japan. That could be a fun game. We'll get this game kicked off. We'll just sort of get into it. I have no idea what I'm even going to talk about. I'm not going to lie. I've struggled for at least a good hour and a half trying to get this to work. I was going to aim for this to go live around the 8 o'clock marker, and it's now 9:30, so it's all not that good. David, well, what a decider we have on Saturday now. Yes, it's going to be super interesting. I'm really good. I hope the Lions really begin to mix up that team. If they put out this like Josh Adams or something going on the wing, maybe that Liam Williams is going to be useful in that fullback position. Hopefully they're going to switch it up a bit. I've seen, I think you've overtaken me again, David, on the Super Brew app. I picked the Lions to win. I thought they were going to come in and do the same thing and sort of inch a win out of that game. And they didn't. They just didn't. They just got absolutely massacred in that second half. So we will be interested to see how they managed to get on in that second game. Streaming as such. YouTubers will be buffering. Oh, awesome. We might experience some buffering. My my thing is telling me on my end. Awesome. I have no doubt this will probably go wrong for an awful lot of this game, but we'll have a go. This is new to me. The world of streaming, the world of attempting to play games live as opposed to pre-recorded and talking nonsense. I've also got an awful lot of screen stuff right here. Trying to watch a game, trying to play a game, trying to watch chat, trying to see if the stream's even going to be able to handle. It's going to be an awful lot of fun to see how we get on. I wonder why we've got so many error issues here. I did test the connection beforehand, and the connection did say it was going okay. So hopefully he'll be able to hold that. Oh no, he's going to be able to kick the ball away from me here. We'll chase that down. We'll try and move up the pit. Good old J Tromp making some great move down here. A little chip through. We'll try and make some headway up the inside. But yeah, South Africa. A lot of people seem to see South Africa that was going to be able to get into that game, and they were just going to throw everything at the Lions, and they certainly did. And I was very impressed in that second half with, they were a game down, they were 3 points down at halftime. They had a lot to try and prove in that second half, but they certainly managed to sort themselves out and get back into it, which was nice to see. I did do the review video, which has done really well on the channel. We got like I don't even know what it's up to now. I think it's up to like 10,000 views. I don't know. I don't know why that one was so much better, but people seem to have enjoyed that. So that was a lot of fun. And we've now gone over the 1,000 subscriber marker, so that's super exciting. I mean, the channel's only been around for what's it been around for? Probably about a year or so now, and you know, getting to 1,000 subscribers after a year, I think that's pretty good going. I'm pretty happy with the outcome of that. So I'm glad that enough people have enjoyed the channel, have enjoyed the rugby, have enjoyed the various other games we do, enough to actually, you know, subscribe and stay subscribed, and people have joined in with a Super Brew up. I think that's awesome. So thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Oh, that's a terrible kick. That was awful. Note to self: the Namibia kicker is not Dan Bigger in this game, so I will no doubt probably struggle in this. But yeah, that video did really well, and the channel's getting on well, so it's nice to see that that the channel's beginning to improve a little bit. I'm sure we'll probably enter at some point the world of monetization. That could be fun. We could earn some money, probably a whole £1 per month on YouTube. But it's fun, and I'm looking forward to see how this Lions game is going to be getting on now into this final test. Oh no, that's a good steal there. We'll see if we can shut down Japan here. But yeah, I certainly want to see the Lions mix up that final team. Oh, can we shut it down? Yes, we can. Yeah, I certainly want to see that team mix up. I have no doubt that. Okay, I don't know where he got the ball from. That we'll get that news. I mean, last week they revealed the teams on the Tuesday. That was close. That was a great interception. Well, there's an offside. There's a penalty coming here. Yeah, they revealed the teams last Tuesday, I think, for the second test. So I don't know if they'll be doing the same this week. There's every chance they could just be having the teams announced on Tuesday again. But I'm hoping that the Lions team does look to really shift it up a little bit. I'd like to see a bit more Tyburn, whatever position they want to put him in. I don't think Itoje played super terribly. But there again, there's a few too many penalties away there. I would actually be quite interested to see if they could maybe look at a Itoje at 4 and Tyburn at 5. I actually think would be a nice little combo I would like to see going into this Lions team. I know that means removing Alan Wynne from the number 5 role in that captaincy. But I would just like someone to have a little bit more of an impact in that shirt, I think, for myself. But we'll see how they get on, and I think as you move towards that back three, I certainly would be looking for a Josh Adams over a Duhan van der Merwe going on that wing as Plato in at the corner. Pretty sure he went into touch there, but the referee's going to allow it. Quentin Prevost is still the only referee in this game, which is an awful lot of fun. Right, let's see if we can do a better kick there, because I absolutely messed this up at the start here. So let's see how this Namibia kick gets on. Well, that's going to be terrible. I'll just preemptively say this is going to be terrible. And it was. Brilliant. But no, I think the Springboks will be looking now to try and make a really big impact on this final game. I've got a weird, sneaky suspicion that this could actually be a South Africa win in this next game. I think Gatland's going to be pushed into having to play a 6-2 split on the bench, just because South Africa play rugby with such sort of obvious intent. They don't hide their game plan at all. They're just going to use their forwards and try and smash through you. And if you don't match up to them, they will just walk their way through you. And I think, as for Warren Gatland, I think he just needs to just expect that Lions team is going to do the exact same thing again. Work out what they're actually planning on doing, how they're going to be able to deal with it, and try and build a team around how to actually counter the South African gameplay. I think you're going to need a lot of forwards to go in that team in order just to try and hold out for as long as you can, try and deal with that second half. Scrum changes that will no doubt come on as they did in the second test, and somehow try and hold out without giving away penalties. But I think they are going to struggle an awful lot to be able to cope with it, and I'm very worried that if South Africa have still got a couple of kinks to work out. You know, their handling, I would still say, wasn't the best. I'm sure they won't want Colby having another yellow card or to do any more sort of silly mistakes like that to warrant big penalties or yellow cards and stuff. So they'll definitely be trying to find some things to improve. And I think for them as well, you know, the release of Mapimpi in the second game. Being able to see him beat defenders, we saw it in the World Cup. We get to see it now in that second test. He still beat 2 defenders to get to his try, which was just terrible defence from the Lions. But he'll be looking to hopefully explode into this next game. I can't see them changing the South African team too much. I'd like to see Colby have a bit more hands-on ball. I definitely think they've been using him right now as a bit of a distraction runner almost. I feel like the name Cheslin Colby has become such a synonymous name with like dangerous attacker that they actually seem to use him as a bit of a blindside sort of cover for someone else to run with the ball, because a lot of people tend to try and cover Colby as much as possible, and then no one actually gives Colby the ball to do anything with. What are you saying here, David? Imagine if Pollard actually found form and then they'd smash. Yeah, absolutely. Pollard, I've been actually watching the games with my girlfriend. She's been coming over. She doesn't know quite as much about rugby as me, so I've been trying to explain a little bit about it. And we've had things like Pollard coming, and I've gone, yes, this guy, in the #1 team in the world by the World Cup rankings and stuff. He's probably their main choice fly half. Going to be getting in there. This guy will kick 100% of kicks across every game. There's me putting bets on and losing a lot of money because Andre Pollard just for some reason isn't getting his kicks done as we would like to be seeing him do. I've kicked the wrong way. I forgot which team I was. There's a new tactic. That is the tactic that the AI normally employ. But yeah, if Pollard gets his kicking act together, if he can finish a game on 100% kicking, what did he miss in the second game? I think he missed 2, didn't he? So I think he missed... Did he miss 5 points overall? So it could have been even worse. Dan Bigger only missing 1. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I don't think the having 27-9 compared to 27-12 would have been too much of a positive impact on the game. But I'm sure they would have liked to have been a little bit closer. But yeah, if Andre Pollard can get it together, Faf de Klerk's just playing superb rugby at the minute. I'm really liking to see where Faf de Klerk gets. I still love the idea that man is like 5'4", still taking on everyone. It's a lot of fun to watch him go. But I think their halfback partnership's working really well. In fact, that'll be a big thing. I think is who will the Lions select as their halfback partnership. I really think they have to go back to Ali Price. I've got a really worrying feeling that Gatland might switch back to Gareth Davis. And I don't think it's going to be the right choice for this South African team. I think you want to have Ali Price starting. I think I would still stick with Dan Bigger. I don't really think Dan Bigger's putting a foot wrong anywhere. I mean, his kicking has been relatively decent. I don't think he missed a kick in the first game. He did miss a kick in the second game. Not that it would have changed an awful lot. And then they kept playing that sort of chip over the top tactic, which, again, I don't think that's a bigger move. I think that's a Warren Gatland to bigger move, and just no one's linking up with him properly. So I would like to see Dan Bigger start. I think they need to go back to Ali Price and Dan Bigger and just let them deal with it and sort of try and settle it down. I actually think, outrageous call here, I think I would actually go for Ali Price starting and Gareth Davis on the bench. Just for that the late game impact of Gareth Davis. He's a little bit selfish with the ball. He's a little bit always looking for the tries, always looking for those interceptions. And I think actually bringing him on in that late stage game, if you can keep the game close, it might well be worth having him on that bench to just to try and make a bit of an impact from the bench. But yeah, for me, Conor Murray just hasn't been there. I know he's the sort of safe pair of hands in the team, but yeah, not going to quite get there. How long is it taking me to get this try? What are we up to, like phase 37? Get over, Newman. There we go. Right, we're going to try. Let's have the comments here. De Klerk mentally gets under our skin. I think they mentally have the edge over us. Yeah, I think that's where it's going. We saw it as soon as that test 2 kicked off. We saw, just how many fights and little things were going on. They're all pumped up. They're all a bit eager, just trying to show up. I mean, the South Africans love the physicality and trying to ruffle each other up. It's quite a Southern Hemisphere thing, actually. Watching some of the New Zealand club level games and stuff, I did see the what was it? I think it was Hurricanes versus Blues in the New Zealand game. And Bowden Barrett had left the Hurricanes to go to the Blues, and then the Hurricanes scored a try against him, and they were all ruffling his hair and trying to get under and letting him know they're all still there waiting for him. You know, it happens in rugby, but I definitely think they're winning that sort of on-field sort of mental game, I would say, in terms of the roughing that's going on the pitch. You saw it in that test too. You know, you had things like Itoje is you know, kneeling on the neck of a player, and a couple of the fights that are picking up. I did see the whole thing about Stuart Hogg potentially biting someone. That was new. That was something I most definitely was not expecting to see on the go. I don't believe he's biting him. I imagine there's probably a very nice still frame image used, but I think they're smashing them in terms of the actual physicality game. On the field, the 6-2 split in the on the bench means the forwards are doing better. The grappling and the reffing, I think South Africa are actually a little bit better than the Lions at being able to get away with a little sneaky, little jabs and little things going on there. And then I think in terms of the actual running play, Faf de Klerk, you know, it's just control. Game control is a huge thing in these sorts of tests. And Faf de Klerk is a bit of a master. The box kicking, the aerial battles, switching which way he's going. The contact with it was after one of the scrums where it was Faf de Klerk sort of having that little no arms tackle against Conor Murray. Little things like that. Oh, I've just kicked the ball out. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, little no arms tackles and stuff, just sort of getting under skin. You know, it's one of those things you might get called up for a penalty, but just sort of annoying people, throws people off their game so much. You see it across sport. Across the board, really. You know, if you can make someone angry, they will not be able to play to the same ability. I think Faf de Klerk's doing awesome. Etzebeth's another one. He's absolutely smashing them. He's stealing lineouts, and then he's telling all the locks about how good he is because he's stealing all the lineouts. Which nation won bronze medal in the rugby union at the 1924 Olympics? Gotta be Romania. Can you tell I've played this game too much by the fact I can answer some of these correctly? What have we got going on here? Right. We need a new game. What team should we play as? I don't even know. Go on, David. You're in the chat. You can pick some teams for us. I think we're on a bit of a delay. I think I'm about sort of 30 seconds ahead or so for you. So I'll leave it to you. You can pick which teams you want to play with. We've got quite a few of the internationals teams. We've got some clubs teams. We've got some French clubs teams. I know that I know a super amount about the French club level. Gallagher Premiership, we've got a little bit going on. What else we've got here? Oh, no, that's not the right button. Let's switch over. France, New Zealand, awesome. Well up for France, New Zealand. Who's going to be slightly lower rated? I think France will be slightly lower rated. Where on earth is the international one? There it is. France versus New Zealand. There we go. Let's mix it up. New Zealand, not licensed in this game. We will hope for Rugby 22 to maybe have New Zealand. That would be nice. Which part of the different kits is used by the Barbarians? Socks! Why is there not a trivia quiz in pubs for Rugby 20 knowledge? Because I would answer so many of these questions correctly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Rugby 22 coming out, actually. That video did quite well, actually, as well. I did the little reaction video to Rugby 22 when they did their little release trailer. That looks like 1,000 views or something, so that was fun. But it'll be nice when that game comes out. I've got a terrible worry that game is just going to be this game again. But I will be picking that up. I'll be doing a couple of videos of that on the channel. And for anyone who watches the preview videos, there is no doubt that I'll probably be using Rugby 22 in some of my previews. Let's mix up the line with a bit, and let's see if France can get it. I don't know if any of you watched the July internationals that were going on. I quite enjoy. I keep pressing the wrong button there. I did enjoy the France-Australia games. For me, were the absolute standouts in terms of the July internationals. Just do a little spin. Nope, didn't get it with Teddy Thomas. Let's try and mix it up here. Go for a cheeky crossfield kick. No one ready for it. Well, including my wingers. Feels like the Lions playing with kicks like that. But yeah, the Australia-France games were absolutely the best for them. I think they were hands down the best games. I feel like a lot of the UK-based nations, a lot of those games felt a little bit boring for me. I don't know if you might have felt the same, David. If you, who did England play? It was USA then Canada, and the USA game was a little bit fun. But I do think there's definitely a bit of a switch up in the obviously the sort of tier levels of games like that, where you watch the sort of tier 1 teams take on the tier 2 teams, and it can be a little bit not so much boring, but just it's so much expected that one team's going to win, and they just sort of smash the other team. I much prefer a close-knit game, and the Australia-France games were most certainly tight. If nothing else, there was some cheeky red cards in there. Right, scrum. Let's get into scrum mode. I don't think we've had a scrum yet. Did we have a scrum in that single last game? I don't think we did. Oh, and I'm already messing it. Okay, awesome. Bind. Set. Let's get in here. See if we can steal this. In fact, now looking at this New Zealand team, I actually believe this is the exact kit we saw in the video from Rugby 22. Okay, maybe those assets were just taken directly from the game. Someone did drop down in the comments of that video that they thought that the characters for the trailer reveal were actually taken directly from Rugby 20. And I wasn't 100% sure, but I really think that was going to be it could just be a direct steal from their own game. So let's hope that Nakon can work this. Oh, we've had that stolen. Get through. Let's see if we can take down some of these. Oh, he's out on the wing. No, what are you doing? Boutier, you've let us down. I don't normally concede tries in this game. This feels weird. It's new things for me. I had a ticket for the England versus Scotland. Oh yes, I do remember you saying that, David. Yes, the England-Scotland game got cancelled. That was what I was actually really looking forward to because of both the teams pretty much going to be putting out B teams. That was going to be very exciting to sort of watch, just to see the up-and-coming team a little bit. I felt a little bit sorry for a lot of the Scotland fans because we didn't get to see any of Scotland, of course, play in any of their games, which is a shame because I think especially with a lot of the big boys out, you've got Hogg and Hamish Watson and Ali Price, Finn Russell, all off with the lines now. I think that gives a real nice situation for a couple of the up-and-coming Scotland fans and players to try and get into this team and impress. Well, I guess not Gregor Townsend, but he's still off the line as well. But just try and impress, try and get into that team. I'm really looking forward to hopefully seeing, well, when we get round to the next lot of internationals. Look at this winger again, it's killing me. Getting to see people like Cameron Redpath coming back in. Teddy Thomas, straight offside. I haven't managed to keep up too much with some of the younger games. I have been watching some of the under-20s that were on. They did the under-26 nations. And, yeah, I'm not going to lie, I feel quite scared as a Wales supporter, having watched some of the under-20s, because those boys seem to be struggling just a little bit with some of the pressure coming from some of the other teams. And the team that seems to be, well, standing out to me as the most improved is absolutely Italy. Italy in the under-20s are looking solid, and I'm really looking forward to see where that team up. They've got the left winger for the Italy under-20s. Oh, I'm not going to be able to remember his name now, but he was lightning quick. And just got real good game awareness, and you sort of see people like Ioane and stuff now playing on their left wing, who for me sort of came out of nowhere. That was definitely a forward pass. We'll keep it going though. Sort of came out of nowhere for me, seeing lads like that, now in the under-20s for the Italian team as well. It's going to be nice to see where they get to, still a couple of years away, probably 3 or 4 years ago, but they'll be looking to slowly move into that team. I always quite enjoy finding out how many of current international teams, all of their players used to play together 5 years ago in under-20s and stuff, and the teams actually don't change that much. They just sort of progress upwards into more and more mature game. Right, we're just going to let this get to half-time and kick this out. I'm doing terribly here, 7-0 down. I'm not not enjoying being down in this game. I'm not used to it. New Zealand, obviously, the fake New Zealand team, obviously smashed me here. It was good to see Marcus Smith play. He's got a big part of the Eddie Jones future. Malins, I think, also had a huge part of the future. Yeah, Marcus Smith, I don't know enough about Marcus Smith. Obviously, to get into that England team for the July internationals, he's obviously done something very impressive. Unfortunately, it's sort of finding spare time to sit down and watch club level games is not something I get to do. I would watch the Pro 14, but Premier Sport is awful, so I haven't managed to catch any of the Pro 14 or the Rainbow Cup or the double / championships or whatever on earth they're calling it now. They change the name of that every 2 months. But I haven't managed to catch a lot of the English club level. So whatever the certain spark is that Marcus Smith is bringing to warrant his place in that international team, I haven't seen it yet because I didn't get to see him in those club games. But then in the actual international shirt, I thought he played well. His kicking towards post certainly looked to need a little bit of improvement from the first test they had against the USA. But, it's first-time nerves coming into the international team. A lot of pressure on him. And then when we got to see him in that Canada game, he really stepped up. Got his kicking down, got that. I think he had 100% in that second game. And, of course, that's when he got the news that he was going to be going on the Lions tour and stuff. So it's obviously impressed up the food chain enough to his career progression has gone from a bit of a nobody on the international scene to England first choice fly half with Farrell out and no George Ford around, and then suddenly straight into the Lions. I mean, there's good progression there. I would maybe even like to see him. He didn't have a bad game actually when he who did he play in the club? It wasn't was it the Sharks he came on against? I can't remember which game he was playing in. But he looked quite at home, actually. He's obviously got a lot of talent about him. He's very used and very mature to that world of international rugby. He seems to be right up for the challenge. He's got a nice attacking style of 10, but has also got a bit of a reliable kicking. It's one of my things I've always said a little negatively about George Ford is I like the idea of an attacking 10, but his kicking towards posts was never there for me. And that's why they have so much reliance on Farrell at 12. To sort of step up and be that kicker for them. Oh, can we go wide one more time? Rattez down the wing, still going a little bit. We'll try and hold this out here. I'm not going to be happy with the draw. I want to try and get a win here. But I actually wonder whether they might look to have him on the bench. I still haven't had full confirmation about what's happened to Finn Russell. I've seen a lot of people calling for Finn Russell now to enter this Lions third test. But I know he had his, was it an Achilles injury he had? I haven't actually heard from it since or heard him back in training. He hasn't been mentioned any of the teams. But I really don't think Farrell's working out. What are these guys doing on the far right, like having a hug? On like the halfway line. What's going on there, boys? Bit of Alan Wynne and Etzebeth action going on over there. A little bit of a choice. He's in real at club level, Marcus Smith, that is. Yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure that that these lads do not get into these international teams without being awesome for one reason or another. Oh, nice little inside step from Teddy Thomas. Can he make it all the way? This could be a try here. Oh, this wing is chasing me down. Get over the line. Well done, Teddy Thomas. Of course, he'll be doing well. Something in that club level will be that sort of shining star example. It's been quite a lot of fun to see Sam Simmons. I'm sure yourself as an England supporter, David, you'll be wanting to see Sam Simmons maybe making his way into the England international jersey at some point, because checking out the highlight reels of what that boy does at club level is quite scary. Not going to lie, the tries and stuff. He hasn't had quite the same impact in the Lions team, but I don't think that's massively unfair on him. He's they expect him to fly over to the southern hemisphere and do the exact same thing he does at club level versus the South African clubs and stuff. He'd be still having very good games. He's still showing off he can be that number 8. And I think currently for me, in terms of number 8, I would probably be looking to start Conan at 8. And I would actually quite like to see Sam Simmons come on. I really don't understand the choice they had in that second test to have Faletau on. Especially with Conan starting. I haven't seen a lot from Faletau in this Lions tour so far to sort of demonstrate he deserved that place. And I certainly probably wouldn't have picked him over Hamish Watson. I know Hamish Watson's been probably a little bit too aggressive in some of his games. He has given away a couple of penalties that it would be nice to see him not give away. Just being too aggressive on the tackle or hitting high and stuff. But I don't know what Faletau offered that game. over Hamish Watson being able in terms of like running play and jackling technique. I think Conan was playing perfectly fine, and I can't imagine in terms of scrummaging that the number 8 is the lad you want to switch the most, as opposed to maybe someone in a lock department or even as a flanker in terms of trying to win those scrums. You know, Courtney Laws and Tom Curry looked very tired by the end of that game. And bringing Tyburn on at the 75th minute or so. I don't think that worked for them. I would have liked to have seen another flanker. I think in my my sort of design team that I actually had Tom Curry on the bench, with him being able to play flanker or number 8. And that way you sort of have a little bit more versatility. I think I would even quite like to see Courtney Laws and Hamish Watson start, and then have Tom Curry on the bench as that 8 coverage, but also a flanker. You remove the need for Falatau, and then that way you could actually focus on it a little bit more. You could have... what would you do? Maybe I'd have Courtney Laws and... who else would I have at lock? Maybe even Ian Henderson. Maybe I would even have Ian Henderson in there. I just guessed that answer. Didn't even look at the question. But we still got it right. Yeah, I think I might even go for a Toje at 4 and an Ian Henderson at 5. Courtney Laws at 6. Hamish Watson 7. Jack Conan 8. And then have Tyburn and Tom Curry on the bench. But just use that bench a little bit more, and just try and get them to have a bit of impact from the bench. I really think Tyburn coming on so late in that game was the wrong move. Who should we go for now? Who's the new team? Who should we go for? Let's do Russia. Let's go as Russia. They don't get to see a lot of the the Russian team. Russia versus who should we go for? Russia versus Georgia. Georgia doing well. You know, they actually managed to have a bit of a game against South Africa for a good chunk. Let's see how Georgia can get on versus Russia. Which year is the European Rugby Challenge Cup started? Not a clue. Actually, don't know this one. 96. Hey, here we go. Always a lot of fun to just start guessing answers. That's pretty much how I do any quiz ever. It's pretty much how I passed my like A levels. Just multiple choice, just guess the other answers. Up and under, yes, I remember doing up and under.
And now let's kick off.
Alrighty, oh god, we've got a bunch of names now that I'm probably not going to be able to pronounce. My pronunciation is getting a little bit poor. That's not going to make it the 10 metres. No, of course it's not. And we will take it back. Terrible kickoff. Let's do it again. Okay. This is another weird glitch in this game that I don't quite understand. Why, on an incorrect kickoff, you have a scrum slightly off-centre from the middle of the pitch. I'm pretty sure that's not how it's meant to be. I'm pretty sure if you have an incorrect restart, you're meant to have a scrum on the halfway line, not 5 metres away from it. Right, let's move to the left here. We'll move out. Oh god, yeah, I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of these names. I probably should have played as George, or at least I know a couple of the Georgian players. Let's get in here. Right, let's kick this downfield. And we'll set up a bit defensively here. Might need to try and use some more set plays here. Yeah, so and straight up. There's another weird glitch in this game. I am looking forward to Rugby 22. I really hope they sort out this game a little bit. A couple of the rugby game videos on the channel actually do quite well. So we have got quite a nice little subscriber base of people who do enjoy watching the rugby games and stuff. So when Rugby 22 comes out, I will be looking forward to it. I never picked up Rugby Challenge 4. It just felt a little bit weird for me. I'm not a big fan of rugby games that have slow motion stuff go on. This game still has it a little bit in terms of like the line outs. Which, oh, there's no one there. Get to the ball, man. Yes, Slesky. Well done, my man. Get in, boys. All right, no one wants to cover the ruck. They'll kick that straight up. Yeah, the line out situation in this game is a little bit slow for me. and I would like it if they didn't have so many slow motion bits. Let's go for a long line out here. Whoosh. Get that wide into the gap. Not quite. Can we set up a cheeky set play? No idea what the Russian set plays are. We'll go for a loop. We'll mix it up a bit here. And let's go for a little inside pass here. Whoosh. And again, that didn't really work how I wanted it to. Right, but we still got some room here. Into the gap, not going to go that way. And one more time, can he hit the corner? Davidov! Not going to get there. A lot of fun trying to learn names on the fly as we play as Russia here. Some people were really helpful actually down in the review video. People help you do pronunciations of some of the South African players' names. I am not the best with pronunciations of names that I don't know fluently, so thank you to everyone that does drop it down in the comments for pronunciations and stuff, because it is really useful, because I do mess up quite a lot when it comes to names, unless it's like the Welsh players, then I'm sort of okay with that. Right, let's get this one over. Okay, cheeky kick. Boom. 7 points for Russia. I don't actually know if Russia are going to be able to get into the next World Cup. I saw that a couple of the sort of island teams have managed to get in. I think Samoa are now managing to get in. They beat Tonga a good couple of times over the July internationals. Oh, that's a good tackle. So they've managed to get themselves into the team now, into the World Cup. Sorry, so they'll be happy with that. Yeah, I don't like the slow mo for lineouts with broken arm physics. But it'd be nice to see Samoa in. I still maintain that. Wales have probably got the hardest pool in that group. I'm not particularly happy to have seen Australia and Fiji again in that same group. I think England will be quite happy to have drawn Argentina and Japan. However, Argentina did just beat Wales in their July internationals, so you know they're still doing well. They managed to beat New Zealand. What was that, like a year ago now that Argentina beat New Zealand? And they've also managed to beat Wales more recently. Did that hit both posts? No way. As if that stuff actually happened. So yeah, I think when it comes around to World Cup time, I think it's going to be tough for Wales. I think I can see England managing to get out of that pool relatively okay. Although saying that, Japan and Ireland in the July internationals were also really good as well. I did do the talk with on the Rugby Gurus channel, and we were joined by Stephen, and he's an Irish supporter, and he was saying about how impressive it was to watch the Japanese team that beat them in the World Cup, and then actually managed to do it almost again in the July internationals. Let's see if we can win the scrum here. Too much stuff going on at once. I need to concentrate on this game. Right, pick this up. Go, go, go. Good wide ball, and again to Usteroko, or whatever his name is. Go on, Davidov. Davidov needs a bit more speed on my wings here. Alrighty. We'll take a line out there.
We're about to have a 7-man line out for Russia.
Okay, what should we go for? Let's do a cheeky feint, so we can get them to jump. Yeah, they fell for it. Go to the back of the lineup. And we will go wide here. Kushanerev. Oh, I'll get a little pop pass there. Not necessarily the speedster I wanted, but he's got a nice sidestep on him. The inside centre there, making good ground. Oh, here we go. Golonitsky, here we go. There's our boy. Right, now we found the speedster on the team. We can begin to open up a little bit now. I'm looking forward to see where we can get with this Russian team. How long have we been streaming now for? Oh, we've done a good 40 minutes. You know what? My laptop's actually held out. For anyone who doesn't know, I pretty much do all of my videos on a laptop, and it's probably why I haven't got like a face camera or anything on for this one, because I think if I added one more thing to this, it would just burst into flames. So that's why we haven't done that. But I'm quite glad. I'm quite glad with how the whole stream thing seems to set up. It was a nightmare for me to actually set up. I mean, you haven't seen a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, but I'm glad that we've actually got it working now, because this might be something I can look into doing more in the future if people want to see it. This might be something to do with whether it be the rugby games or just actual streaming after some actual the rugby games. Some of the grounded videos that I have been doing recently have I've been trying to off-put doing the boss fight for the grounded videos and stuff, so that'll be something for me to jump in eventually, and that could be something to do on a live stream maybe if it. Oh, that was my winger, damn it! Of course it was. Terrible pass. Not paying attention. But really, I wanted to just sort of get the stream underway, just to get used to the streaming setup, get used to what I need to do, because when Rugby 22 does come out, I am looking forward to playing a lot of that game. I'll probably be doing the whole pre-order thing. Hopefully we can play it through the beta and stuff, as I did with Rugby 20. Rugby 20 in the beta was so much fun. For the right and wrong reasons. Oh, there's a nice early try. Lovely little pass through the centres there. Yeah, Rugby 22, I'm looking forward to actually getting to sit down and play that game. Because I think if they work out the kinks in this game, if they work out a couple of the glitches, if they fix the AI's sort of difficulty, and they just sort of managed to package this in together, maybe have slightly less reliance on wingers. Wingers in this game are still, you know, the sort of the be-all and end-all. If you've got a winger with some speed, you will pretty much just get tries in every game. Like Golonitsky over here, who's doing good work for us so far. Let's move it back inside. But when Rugby 22 comes out, I am looking forward to getting a bunch of videos done around that game. Doing a bit of focus on that. Hopefully it will be a good game. I will be really sad if they take Rugby 20 and somehow manage to destroy what they've created. I know the reactions to Rugby 20 were a little hit and miss. I've seen people in the comment sections talking about their views on Rugby 20, how they thought it was, they didn't think it was a very good game, they didn't think it was that much fun. And I've really enjoyed Rugby 20. You just had to look past sort of the ease, I would say, of the game itself. I do find it a little bit easy, and some of the glitches I've moved on from being annoyed to just finding it funny more than anything now. Nothing like watching your scrum half literally run down the field away from the scrum. But if they can work it out, I am looking forward to that, and hopefully they can get some more licenses in as well. I think that'd be nice to see, you know, maybe like the New Zealand teams, the South Africa team, the Australia team, all those sort of Southern Hemisphere teams. It'd be really nice to see a couple of those teams in there, and a Lions team as well. Actually, if they could have a Lions team or a create your own Lions team or something, I think that would be such a good thing to add into a game like this. And it's something we haven't seen for an awful long time. You know, rugby games don't have the best rap, unfortunately, because a lot of people don't, you know, either play them for a very short amount of time or just sort of expect them to be terrible. Anyone who played Rugby 2015 will know that rugby games can be actually awful. Oh, I'm not paying attention to the scrum now because I started looking at chat. But Rugby 2011, I really enjoyed. The first videos ever that went up on the channel were Rugby 2011. We did a World Cup run with Fiji in Rugby 2011 on the hardest difficulty, and that was a great series. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that one. That was a lot of fun to sit down and do that, because that game was genuinely difficult. Like, if you put that game on the hardest difficulty and you play a team that's higher rated than you, that was actually really tough to try and get anywhere with. So that was probably one of my favourite games in terms of rugby games. Rugby 20 has been perfectly fine, but if they work out the kinks in Rugby 22, I think they can be onto a real winner. I just think they need to sort out a couple of the little issues. This Russian team is not coping with mauls by any means here. Let's pick it up. Beautiful. Okay, that's a decent kick. There we go. Right, Golonitsky, here we go. The boy with some speed. Let's hit the gap. Oh, we couldn't find the room in the middle there. But there should be room over on the right-hand side. Nope, we can't quite get there. Let's see if we can move down this way a little bit. Boosh. Here we go. Kushanerev. Can't get the pass away. We can get it to our winger. Absolutely here. Come on, there's got to be room. Nope, apparently still not room. Oh, and turned over. Well, with 31 points to the clear, we're probably okay. But yeah, so we're only 4 days away now, from the final test of the Lions. I am looking forward to see where that game does end up, to be honest. I think I've got a feeling that is just going to be a Springboks win. I actually think after that second game that I think it's going to be pretty much the Springboks' tour to lose now. They've shown off what they have and what they can offer. The Lions are pretty much going to have to put a completely different team on in order to be able to cope with the pressure that that South African team's going to bring. Was that going to remain in field? Yes, it is. Oh, and we didn't even get the tackle on him either.
Ball is taken cleanly.
So I've got a feeling it could be a South Africa winning this next game. I will look forward to see what they do with the teams. I really can't imagine the South African team looking to switch a lot of their team up now. They're getting set. That little bomb squad technique they had of the boys coming on from the bench, switching their back row, moving locks around and stuff, just works so well. And the Lions just somehow didn't seem prepared for it. Even though it's almost the exact tactic we saw in the World Cup and you'd be expecting South Africa to use. Oh, he nearly managed to hit the gap through the middle there. Let's pass it out wide to Geren Simov. Oh, there we go. We'll get it to Golonitsky for the final try there. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see what they do with the teams. I actually don't know when the teams are being released. I believe it'll either be tomorrow or Wednesday. It's normally going to be done on a Wednesday, but for some reason they released it on the Tuesday last week. So maybe they'll do it early again. I can't see the Lions being sort of cocky enough to actually put their team out early. Because, you know, I think you want to keep that close to your chest for now, and maybe deal with the aftermath situations. Let the South African team announce what they're going to do, and then you can work on your team from there. But it will be fun. It will be fun on Saturday. I'm probably going to end the stream here, guys. Not going to lie. I know it's only short. We've only been going for about 40-50 minutes or so. But this was literally just a test for me to sort of get up and running, get a little bit of the enjoyment on how streams work, how how long it takes me to set these things up, and whether I might actually want to do some of these in the future. And to be honest, it's quite a lot of fun. I actually quite enjoy doing streaming. I probably should have thought more about topics I was going to talk about rather than just rambling on about a bunch of stuff. But that's how it goes. But yeah, this has been my first ever live stream on the channel. So I hope you all enjoyed the live stream on the channel. Hopefully, it's all good on your end. In all honesty. I don't even know really where to look to make sure that it was okay. But a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed recently. The channel has now gone over that 1,000 subscribers marker, which is awesome. I'm so glad that so many people have enjoyed the channel enough to jump on and subscribe to the channel, and they're really looking forward to it. The review video got a lot of very positive comments from a lot of the old South African subscribers, which is nice. So nice to see that word is spreading around about the Mad Dragon community, and people are slowly getting more involved with the channel. So a massive thank you to everyone that has joined the channel recently and has helped us get over that 1,000 marker subscribers list. I think it's awesome that we finally managed to get there after a year on YouTube, and I'm looking forward to see where we go from here, guys. So thank you to everyone that's joined me, not just today, but throughout the history of the channel. So thank you very much to everyone that's watched today. I hope you all enjoyed today, guys. I will see you next time. Bye bye.